Now, the UK government is reasonably stable, but that stability is in a way quite volatile because of the size of the majority, etc. Now, there are a couple of inflection points over the coming months where this could really come to the fore. So the first one is the local elections in the UK in May. So if the Conservative Party has an extremely bad performance in those elections, then the Prime Minister could come up against quite significant pressure. And then you're looking at October when we're due to have this agreement. And again, if the agreement isn't satisfactory as far as the Cabinet is concerned or the Prime Minister's backbenchers are concerned, then that could be a real precarious moment for the Prime Minister. So the greatest risk to UK businesses is no deal and no transition, because no deal is obviously quite an economic shock, and no transition means that the stage, the point at which the UK falls out of the EU and falls out of that regulatory system is really quite close, March 2019, as opposed to 2 years, roughly 2 years after that. Now, what are they doing about this? Firstly, they're preparing, they're hoping for the best, but preparing for a no-deal outcome, because there is a material risk of that. And they're doing that by creating new entities, by ensuring that they can serve their existing customers in any scenario. In an ideal world, looking from the UK government perspective, looking from the EU27, looking from businesses across that zone, it's an agreement that maximizes cross-border market access. It's something that retains as much of the market access as what we have today. Now, there are different ways of achieving that. On the one hand, you have the sort of the Norwegian model, which is very, very close, but politically maybe incredibly difficult. So then you're left with some sort of a free trade agreement. And if you look at the free trade agreements that you have today, they give pretty limited commitments in terms of cross-border market access. So what the UK government will be trying to do is a sort of an unprecedented free trade agreement, something that goes much farther than what has gone before. But there's every reason for the UK government to try and achieve that, and frankly there's every reason for both parties to try and coalesce around an outcome that does maintain high levels of cross-border market access, because it's good for customers, it's good for the economy on both sides, and as long as you can maintain high levels of regulation and supervision on both sides, there is in principle no reason why that can't happen. The only thing that would stop it is the politics.